Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of Divisions. It's Wednesday morning and it's Happy Wednesday to you. I decided that I want to record a quick video for Happy Wednesday and then go ahead later on record a Spender's Corner. Six-month anniversary has been going on for a while, and it's probably going to be going on for a good bit, and I'm really happy for that. We're going to continue to get the free UR unit pieces. We're also getting skip tickets that you can purchase with gold. And let's talk about anything and everything we can spend our gems on. Vision card training pack, probably not really worth it. So I would not really buy that. For 60 gems, you can definitely farm these things pretty easily. Pay gems, again, right now we're ignoring it. Let's see, 6-month anniversary equipment. This one thing I noticed, we're getting the new XL size. Welcome addition, but so far there's no way to get this other than right now spending some gems. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add this to the dungeon later on, so you can farm that. Job, but this one definitely don't think is worth it. You can farm this on a Saturday super easily, not worth 3,000 gems. This is kind of interesting. They keep giving us these +3 packs every week. We have the Coral Sword, the Golden Armor, and the Runeblade. I'll talk about Runeblade in a little bit here, but are these really worth it? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I think that has to be made by individuals in terms of decision making. Just bear in mind, a +3 will give you 15 recipes worth of farming. So is that worth 1,000 gems? In my opinion, probably not. I will never spend gems buying cubes because you can farm those pretty easily. I will never spend gems on growth eggs. Again, you can farm those easily. Anything with gold you may consider buying, especially these now considered mid-level eggs and maybe the lower level eggs. Again, I don't recommend buying these because you can farm them from every event every week. Featured card, as I said before, Moonlit Fang Fenrir. It's a great card. But as always, UR cards are designed for pretty much spenders. So if you can afford it with all these gems, then definitely get it and get as many of these shards as possible. In fact, I would recommend triggering the Whimsy shop if you are strongly encouraging yourself to build this card all the way to max as soon as possible. But if you don't have the gems to afford it and you have other things you're working on, maybe you can just get the original copy, maybe from the 10,000 summons, or just wait until more free summons are coming. And by the way, I'm getting to that in a little bit as well. Kitufe is also the featured unit. I think Square Enix and Gumi, it's really trying to rob me blind here, okay? Like, I dropped some money this past week on the first part of 6 months anniversary, but we keep going, and I might be broke after this. I might have to start working a lot more. And I think that's the beauty of my job. I can always just pick up extra shifts whenever I feel like it, really. You know, the hospital sometimes allows us to pick up extra shifts. So that's something I may consider doing now. You know, working a shift and just well out for an entire month. So I might have to do that, but we'll see. The continued feature unit of Knight of Ruin, Stern is still here. And as always, it's water day, so don't forget to pick up your Aldaira unit shards. I'm sorry, I keep laughing because it's too funny because I never thought I would ever get to this point in my life where I'm switching my hobbies from physical ownerships of items to virtual ownership of items. So, but it is what it is, and I'm actually okay with it, to be honest. Because I think you get to the point in life where you have to make decisions that may be tough for some people to understand, but as long as you're happy with your decision making, I think that's okay. We'll do a little bit of a free challenge perhaps later in this week. I don't like to cover content that are brand new because I think the beauty of gaming is everyone should be trying out on their own. I know a lot of folks put out guides and what you should and shouldn't be doing, etc., but I think you should go there and do it yourself. And I always avoid guides in the first couple of days because I want to just kind of go in there and throw some of this energy and just kind of learn how the fights myself. And maybe a couple of days later, I'll give you my impressions on it. But you can earn the Runeblade. And here's the situation I'm confused about. Now, I looked up what people recommended in terms of building for this Runeblade. Now, by the way, this is a two-hander sword that gives you slash attack resistance, which is counter to normal slash attack up in terms of weapons. So honestly, I'm not really sure who to give this to because there's only a few units in this entire game that's wielding a great sword, right? We have Rain, we have Oldoa, and then we have, of course, Sterns, the two Sterns, Super Stern and regular Stern. And getting slash resistance seems kind of weird because none of those units are really like tanky units. I think maybe Oldoa can actually stack a lot of hit points, but I'm not really sure. And I went on ultimate.jp to kind of read up on it because that's my main source of information. They recommended that you do critical or aim. So you're going for either 17 accuracy or 15 crit. And the other option is, of course, go for assault, which give you a whopping 202. But my understanding is the golden blade actually give you a little bit more attack. There's absolutely no reason to go for attack for this weapon. My recommendation is probably going to be either critical or aim, and whichever you guys decide, that's up to you. But please share with me of which subcategory for this weapon would you go for, and perhaps a recommendation of which unit you guys think will best fit for this specific weapon. Actually, now I think about it, it'd be a good tanking weapon for Rain, right? Even though most people probably build Rain for a magical tank, but having extra slash resistance in the weapon can really make him shine in terms of just stacking up slash resistances. Very interesting concept indeed. And I'm actually kind of eager to see more weapons coming out in the future that can give us sort of resistances in terms of a defensive weapon. Happy Wednesday means happy everything. We're going to discuss all the new stuff. First and foremost, this is brand newly announced. Current 10 summon, you can summon up to 10 times. It looks like it does stack because this says ends in 20 days and it has a count on it. That means it does stack, and you can do right here, it tells you 100 free summons throughout the period. So you can save them all if you wanted to. And it's guaranteed MR plus unit every single time, or a vision card, of course. So basically a free summons. Can't hurt because you can get all these units in it. And just to make sure, let's double check. That means Eldar is in here, Kitufe is in here, Visiores is in here, right? Because I realized I have too many units. I don't want to get caught up in the idea of building horizontally, right? And if I get a new unit, great. They're probably going to be sitting around hanging out. Feature new vision cards. Now you can just go ahead and summon and rely on the pity banner, or you can just drop 10 Gs and you guarantee to get Finir. Feature summoning. Very interesting that they have Gilgamesh in here. This is definitely very tempting for obviously the whales. And most people don't recommend building Gilgamesh, but then again, we already are seeing Super Sexy Stern, right? And I'm sure a lot of people went after him. Personally, I think Gilgamesh is still one of the best units in the entire game. Ultimately, you're gonna have to eventually make a decision whether or not if you want to go for one of the premium units, right? Currently, we have 3. We have Gilgamesh, we have Thancred, which is obviously limited, but we also have Super Sexy Stern, which neither Gilgamesh or Sexy Stern are limited. I think if you think about it, building one Gilgamesh and or one Super Stern is going to be equivalent to building 2 quote-unquote normal URs. So that's something you have to really think about. But at the same time, not many content need you to have 50 units. Maybe in the future when they decide to give us some sort of content where they're saying bring 5 of one single element to be successful. Yes, but I don't think they're going to release those content probably till another year or 2. So something again to keep in mind in the back of your head. Always make sure you're setting budgets for yourself, right? Don't just kind of start blowing your wad on things when you know you can't afford to. So this is interesting, right? This says ends in 24 hours. It says, wait, why does it keep doing that? Let's just hit the drop rate button and this should freeze it. Okay, 6-month anniversary part 2. Bonus included, one time only, 10x summon. MR unit or vision card guaranteed. Growth eggs, la 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 la. Okay, all this are included. Interesting, huh? Check the schedule for details. Oh, I see. So it's 7 days worth of summons. So if you are looking for certain units that you want out of the banner, which I assume is everyone up to date, then you can summon using this specific banner and get all of this nice stuff. Wow, look at this. Expedition tickets 10 hours times 20. Select Elemental XL 50. King Burst Pot 50. Rainbow Spheres X3. Rainbow Fragment of Thought X1. King Armor Pot. Growth X MR20. Wow. This might be worth looking at actually. Let's see what units are in here, right? We always want to know. So far, everyone. So Eldyra, Eileen. Super Sexy Stern? Yeah, Super Sexy Stern's in here. Gilgamesh is in here. Of course, these are all just normal rates. So basically the incentive is, it is normal, free gems. And you can try to get your unit once per day. Nothing's guaranteed, obviously, but you are guaranteed. Well, nothing's guaranteed in terms of units where you are vision cards that you want, but you are guaranteed these items. So technically speaking, you have to think about this, right? You have to think about value, and that's always what you always need to consider. 2,000 gems can get you 40 shards of a guaranteed unit, or you can wait for a specific day that you want something out of. Like personally, I think this is decently worth it, 10 hours. And then the XL on the Esper is worth it. And probably the Rainbow Spheres maybe. I mean, it's not really expensive nowadays to get Rainbow Spheres, because it gives so many of them, hand so many out. Fragment of Thought, I don't know if that's really like a wall anymore per se. So this is very interesting. And this UR thing is part 2. This thing is back again. But you know what? Should we do it? I'm so tempted to just pull and see what I get. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it for this week. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the summons. I think waiting, it really kind of itches under my skin because I'm also not one of those patient guys when I know I need to see what I can get right now if I have the opportunity. Right now, even though I keep saying I could wait, I could wait, I could wait, but for the sake of content creations, I think I should just go ahead and do it. All right, let's just do it. Free, right? You can't beat free. It is free, so I'm not gonna think too much about what they're gonna do in terms of silver, gold, bronze anymore. It doesn't really matter. But it looks like it's gonna be gold, because that's one thing I learned. If it's blue and it showed you gold on the screen, it's gonna be gold. So let's just go ahead and blast through this. I hope you guys get some nice summons though. It's crazy, we're almost approaching, like, I know we're celebrating 6 months, but back in my mind, I'm already thinking we're gonna be in the 7 months in. Here we go. Okay, Grace, I could definitely keep getting more Graces. No issues there, no complaints here. I think that's all the time for this video. As always, make sure you spend your time wisely. Take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nashtaters family out. Peace. Happy Wednesday, folks.